Hello, everyone. Well, happy Monday. Tim will be here shortly. We are going to dual live tonight. I'm doing a whip and chat for the new year of whimsy with Hannah Lynn over at Art and Soul. And also, this is my Bling in the New Year canvas because my embellishments didn't come for the one I was going to do. So I happen to have embellishments for this one. It was the embellishments I had was a set from DP with Sparklers that actually that matched the Diamond Art Club version of this painting. That is no longer available. So I had the Art and Soul, so I improvised. So I do have two embellishments here somewhere. Well, there. Oh, here they are. So I'm doing these. I don't know if you can see them. Oh, my light is horrible. Hold on. We're gonna have to. There we go. So I'm doing this one here, which is 996 blue, which is in some of the background and in some of her hair down through here. And so I'm putting that in there as the two that I'm going to do. And then we have two packages of that. That's a crystal AB. And then I have just a straight up crystal, which is 995, which matches one of the fairy or sparkle dust or whatever they want to call that dusting drill. I just wanted to crystallize it, so we'll see how that works. And if I have enough, I might have to order another pack. But that is that one there, and that also goes to our hair and in the background there. So that should add some fun to the painting. It already has another AB and two other ABs and another fairy dust because I'm taking one of them out as a crystal. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I have this cute little box made by TTT After Dark, Ashley over there. I got it at Christmas, so there's still Christmas stuff in there. But it's a really cute little jar, and she makes those, and she takes special orders for them in any color. And so I also have my New Year of Whimsy cover minder by Bella Art Day Nicole. So that is what we have. So let us see who we have. Hello, Lawrence. Welcome in. Hello, Joe. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. It is cold in Oklahoma. Cold, cold, cold. It's pretty dark and darn cold here in Texas. You're probably not that far off from me, but it really got super cold. It's supposed to go down to like 12 tonight or something. Freezing. Tim will be here shortly. I'm just getting us rolling to not leave you out in the cold. No pun intended. Let's see. My brother's in Oklahoma, has one. They have to keep it wrapped up. Has a well tank. Yeah, we don't have that here, luckily, but I'm sure out there. I know if it gets too cold, we rent this home, so the owner usually asks us to drip a little water so the pipes don't freeze. But I don't think it's gotten that cold yet. Hello, Cindy. Welcome in. Hello, Denise. Hello. Hopefully, you're in the warm part of the country. You and Dawn. You guys are in the warmer part of the country, but who knows? Maybe it's cold there for you guys, but just not as cold as we have here. Let's see. Hello, Will. I guess Will is here. There he is. Diamonds Around the World. Hello, Will. Welcome in. Hello, Dawn and John, if you're in the background listening. And let's see who else. Hi, Sandy from across the pond. Hopefully where you are over there in the UK, it's warmer than it is here because it's freezing. And hello, Audrey. Welcome. And hello, Sandy. Audrey, next time I go see my daughter-in-law, she's in Springdale, so I'll have to let you know and swing by and say hey and meet somewhere and say hello. Because I go about once a month, unless busy stuff allows me not to. Everyone knows I go to the granddaughters, and I usually tune into the lives too. Go to the grandkids and help with them while my son is deployed to Korea, where I don't know how cold it is there. I haven't asked him yet today. His morning is when we were getting done late afternoon here. So usually he pings in because he knows I stay up late diamond painting. So he'll usually ping in. So Let's see, who did I miss anyone? Your mom doesn't want it hooked like it needs to be. What does she not want hooked? I must have missed that from above. Trying to catch up with everyone. Yes, Dawn, how are you and John this evening? Hopefully it's warmer there where you are. So, Denise and Dawn, how is the Florida weather? I'm going down to Galveston next week for a departure to hopefully warmer weather for 4 days. But January can be windy and cold across the Gulf too. Hello, Jen. Welcome in. So there is a pen competition going on with Lady Lath, Stacy Travis, and a total of 4 turners. Tim is one of them. It's Stacy Travis, Vicki Peterson, which are part of the Lady Lath Co-op, and then I believe it's Ashley Dutton from Sassy Ashley, and Tim. There are 4 pens, and Tim put a link in the Facebook group for that, and so I'll bring that over here so you can go. If you have Facebook, you can go over there or go to the Facebook group and you'll see Tim sends you the link on where to go vote. He cannot tell you which is his. He knows which is his, obviously, as do I, because I saw it. But I cannot reveal if you are correct or not. And then they will make an announcement on who wins that. He was going to sell the pen, but I confiscated it and stole it to try it out to see how it worked. And I never gave it back. So this is, the painting is Tagalongs by Hannah Lynn. It's available at Art and Soul. The color legend is a little different than what the Diamond Art Club one is, because the embellishment pack was done based on the Diamond Art Club. Here's a better picture of how she looks, but that's her with her 2 little penguins. And it's a round. I chose round. And then it has 2 Aurora Borealis drills, and then 2 Soul, which I took 1 out to do a crystal. And then there's just a regular color. I think it was, just a regular color I pulled out to do a crystal. And then there's an additional 2 crystals and a glow drill and a metal drill that's also in there that they changed up. So a lot more embellishments than the regular one. So I kind of was trying to figure out what to match, because some drills that were in the Diamond Art Club one weren't in this one. So I had to sort of play around. And with the Bling It in the new year, you have to bring in 2 additional embellishments. So I sort of changed them up with these drills for the sky and hair and things like that. So should be interesting to see how this comes out. It's already blingy enough, but we're going to bling it more. So I got back to the desk. This is where Kevin does Lego Leopard. This is where I do Wild Wednesday. And I got some new, which I'll show you. I'll just pull it right off. I got these new table clamps from Bella Art de Nicole. And I saw this on Messy Girl Crafts. And Denise told me about it. She goes, you need these. These are game changing. So I do have a lot of long paintings, and it just hangs in my lap, or I flip it around, and then I get to the middle and I have this big thing. I never finish it. So this is the taller one. And Ashley over at Messy Girl Crafts suggested that you get the taller one, because you don't know if you're going to take this to another place and the table is taller, and then you can still use it. Where the smaller one, you may have a smaller table, but then the screw isn't big enough. So I went with the taller one. It was only a couple of dollars more. And this is, everyone calls it different, unicorn, fairy dust, I don't know. It's blue and pink, and I have some baggy holders, the same color. I just think it's really pretty. So I'm going to be trying these out, but I'm excited about it because I never used anything like that. And it just clamps, I'll screw it a little bit. It just clamps right onto your table. And then this middle part your canvas just rolls up into it. So it doesn't get on your lap, it doesn't get on the floor, and you can work a little easier. So hopefully that works for me. That will be kind of fun. That's one gadget. And then I was told about glue dots, and I just kind of just shoved them in there, and I really wasn't doing it right. I just tried to shove them in there, and I watched Michaela Renee, and she had how to use them and how to put them in. So I tried it. I'm like, all right, I'll try this one more time, and it worked. I just wasn't putting enough in there, so then it wasn't working. So a couple people swear by the glue dots. Shay uses them. Denise uses them. A couple people said glue dots. I'm like, all right, we'll try this one more time. And then I had the all over the place, and I used I forget the brand, but I think it's glue dots. But I was using a generic brand, and that didn't work at all. So that could have been my problem. But there's this cute little gadget that Denise told me about, and you can put your glue dot roll right in here, and then you just pull it off, and then it doesn't go everywhere. So I thought that was kind of cool. And I can send the link, or Denise can send the link, and or just send it to leopards@leopardlw.com, and I will tell you where to get it. It's on Etsy, and it's kind of a cute little thing. You just pop it right out, put your glue dot roll in there, and then there you go. And it's great for traveling because in the box it comes all apart. So those are my new gadgets for the week. So that is that. So Joe loves her glue dots. See, everyone loves the glue dots. I have 2 sets of them. What do you have 2 sets of? I must have missed that. 70s during the day. This is the Florida weather, per Denise. 70s during the day, 50s at night, the last few nights, going down to the 40s and 30s. That's cold for Florida, from what I know from visiting there numerous times. That's cold. I remember one time I went on a cruise, and it was in January or February, and we had to stand out on the deck and do muster for like checking in emergencies, and it was dang cold and windy in Port Canaveral, which is over there down Orlando and out. It was cold. So I love those pens. Which pens are those? Oh, here we go. I'm sunk. I love those pens. Which pens? Oh, those pens that they use. Yeah, Stacy Travis provided that, and everyone has the same blank. So it just was interpreted differently from everyone. Yes, Will, I did. I just haven't gotten around. I do have that blank, so I will send that over to you in a listing. I just haven't gotten there yet. Amongst Tim and I both have been sick for between Christmas and I was sick from Christmas all the way until just recently, and Tim was sick over New Year's, and he had no air either. So we both had no air. I have very not frail lungs. I have some scarring either from COVID or pneumonia from way back, and so I don't know. I get short of breath anyway. But when Tim's out of breath, then we know there's something going on, because he doesn't get out of breath for anything. He goes and goes and goes and goes. And New Year's Eve, he spent all day in bed. I am not kidding, all day. I kept checking to see if he was alive in there, but he was. So, yeah, I'll send that to you, Joe, for sure. Yes, that's kind of what I had, Will. And I went to urgent care, and they ask you, how long have you been sick? Well, sometimes you feel kind of yucky, but you're not dying. And then when it really gets bad, so I said, I've been this bad. And they gave me Tamiflu, which my primary said, you were probably way past having it for 2 days. 48 hours is when Tamiflu really works good. But, you never know when you feel really bad. Was it when I felt really, really bad or just bad? So it's just been going around. In fact, my doctor recommended I get a flu shot and a pneumonia shot just because I'm older, and it's going around still, they said. I went to go pick up some new medication for something else. And I told Tim after dinner, we'll swing by and stop at the pharmacy. And the line was like through the pharmacy, down the side. And so I go, well, I'll go inside. And I had to pick up something else anyway. Got to something else, went to the pharmacy, and the line was just as long there, like 7 people deep. So either everyone got out of work and came, or everyone is really sick and getting prescriptions. Yeah, you should. My son is the medic in the Air Force, and he usually gives me the you need to get this. You need to ask about this. And so he told me, Mom, I know you don't like the flu shot, but you got to get the flu shot. And my doctor asked about pneumonia, and since we are traveling the next couple, well, Wednesday we're traveling for the day, and Tim has a business meeting for lunch in Dallas area, Frisco, Plano. And so Joe is going to meet me. I'm going to take the car and meet me for lunch. And if Tim is done earlier, he'll Uber to wherever we are. So that's going to be kind of fun. There he is.
Bonjour, everybody.
Hello, Tim. I'm kind of telling Joe our little schedule. So anyone else in the Dallas-Fort Worth area that wants to come over and meet us, Joe and I, for lunch, is welcome to it. We will be there. And so it'll be a lot of fun. Lots of fun.
Me for after lunch.
For you for after lunch, yes. So he said he was going to Dallas. I'm like, for what? He told me what for. I'm like, can I come? Because Joe wanted to get together, and this is the perfect time. So, yay. Yes, Don, we both are feeling much better. We're getting our air back a little bit. So
says you. I'm sicker than a dog. I need a hug.
Okay. We'll hug you. Now we got Dawn in the house, Joe in the house, Will in the house.
Hello, everybody in the house.
Yep, he wanted that blank you made where you put a little bit of that light pink stuff in there. So I'm going to snag one of those and get that over to him. Denise is in the house. Let's see who else. Jen Wiggin, Audrey's here. Sandy Black is here. Lawrence is here. And Cindy Bennett is here. And did I miss anyone? No, I got everybody. So that is who's in the house, Tim.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, so we got some cool stuff going on. There he's doing something. He's preparing something. So anybody that had anything except for, I think, a few from last night, everybody's blanks went out. Anything from the weekend or what he did before the holiday, before he got sick, is all gone and on your way to you. So
yay.
So yay.
Sorry, everybody. We had a wrap-up call at the end of the day. And my boss is in India right now. He had some personal business to take care of. So he's over in India. And it's 5:30 in the morning for him when we began the meeting, which is 6:30 our time here. So it's already tomorrow in India.
Oh, dear. And as Joe said, be sure and like this video if you enjoy what you see and hear and enjoy us leopards and brightens your day. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You'll be notified when we go live all the time. Please comment. That helps us out. And if you haven't joined our membership, please check that out on a computer. It won't work on a mobile device. Check out the join button and join the channel. We have a lot of fun. If you're leopard and above, you get special content, and it's a lot of fun. And if you are a king or queen leopard or a center of the leap, which is our highest level, you get 10% off, and the center of the leap gets to design a pen every month and pick the colors and the turning, and it's a lot of fun. You get a very original pen and nobody else will ever see unless you show them. So this is one of Troy Shipley's snowmen. I had a customer who blank was not cooperating. So rather than replacing that, she asked if she could choose a snowman, and Troy agreed to that. So we just swapped that out, same price. So this is for Jennifer W.
This is going to be very interesting because there is not much space between the sides and that little snowman guy there. Have to see how this is going to go. Let's spin her fast, make him dizzy, and make it round.
Here we go. Here we go.
Okay, here we go. Blow her on.
There he goes. It's funny because it's kind of quiet and low there, but I can hear him really loud in the background. Hello, Kevin. Kevin is in his room, on his table in his room, working on the Disney castle. So he'll have more to show you tomorrow.
By the way, Kevin's Lego Live career is not over.
Who thought it was over?
I talked him back into it.
Funny. Didn't want to do it anymore?
Well, he wants to do them faster than all the lives will allow him.
Yeah, when you're doing those big ones, it's hard to get them done in one live. Yeah, Kevin wants to finish it in the time frame he has each night, and I'm like, you never ever do finish because it's a big one. It's the castle, and it's bigger than the last castle, Disney castle he did a number of years ago. So it is taking longer.
See how close we're getting here. We're not round yet, so we're not really getting near them, but we're getting there. You tell them about the pen turning competition?
I did.
Ah, very good.
Let me see if I can go over, and for anyone that's not in the group, you can still go there and vote. So,
Yep, don't give them any hits. Don't want to get in trouble now.
No, I'm not giving any hits. I'm just sending the link thingy. So,
Oh, very good.
That you put in there. But the Facebook. Let me just go here. Oh, that's right. I don't have it here. Dang.
Okay, that's pretty round there.
Okay. How am I going to do this?
All right, that's pretty round overall.
Okay, I'm going to do this.
All right, we still didn't get the arms. That's good. Got a little cold pour right there. Let's see. We got just a little more rounding here, but I'm not worried about that side. All right, so let's see what we're doing here. We are doing Fat Bat 0.62. And then which one is this? This is going to be Artist Choice. Okay, that's going to have to be. We got to make this thing work kind of deal. Not even my choice, sort of like, here's what we have to do. All right, let's go see what we can do. Let's slow this baby down. Right about 1700. I have micro, mini, and the lines now. Nice. I don't even know what that is, but it's nice, Joe. Hey, Joe, I'll get to see you again on Wednesday. What I'll do is I'll drive to the restaurant. Carrie will drop me off. She'll take the car. And then when I'm done with my client, I will Uber to wherever you guys are. Let's see. How fat are we here right now? We are 0.74. All right, that'll be good. We got a decent little fat on the end of this one.
Okay, there is how to get to the competition to vote. So go ahead and do that.
Some gorgeous pens in there, I'll tell you.
It's hard. Okay.
Yeah, it's 0.67. Got a little bit more to go. Let's get us a rich dome installed here.
What was a rich dome again? I forgot.
Well, what happened was Rich was talking about our pens and how much he liked them, and that he liked our end because he could essentially see around it. And that's because my end is a little bit domed, so we call it the Rich Dome. For no other silly reason than that.
Oh, okay.
0.66 still getting up there. 0.62 she wants. So we had no insurrection exercise today in Washington, D.C. during the certification of the presidential election, quite frankly, because it was too freaking cold.
Yeah, no, thank you. Not
too freaking cold. I think it was like 24 degrees. Whoever goes out and then fights, they're a real patriot there. Okay, so this is good. We're going to come up right over this little snow bear there. And we might just do a little thing right there, but let's get the other end created first.
okay.
So this is my first time in this pen competition with the Lady Lathe crowd. And I am the one guy out of all the girls.
The lone man.
You know, I always did want to hang around a bunch of women, right, Care?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Pretty much. But they, I know.
I like girls.
Yeah. Yeah. So I know all of these other turners. I've not gotten any pens from any of those other ladies, but they're very talented. I've been following them a while.
Yep, they are.
It's with us as well. So.
Okay, 0.7. Long way to go on this end.
Feel free to post how you work your canvas. And what I mean by that is, do you put release paper? Do you use the washi tape method? What do you do?
What do you do?
We want to know.
Hey, Lawrence, can you not see or you don't know how to read a caliper? Because I could teach you either way.
Yep. He taught me. I was reading it wrong for a couple months.
Joe will have to look at your sick pen. All right, let's see what we're doing here. So there is the top of the bear is right here. And we want to curve down into that. So I think, let's see where our halfway point is. 5 inches, there's our halfway point. I think I'm going to offset that about to here. And we'll do a little offset. Look like a little bit of a Coke bottle. That might look pretty cool. All right, here we go. It'll be very cute nonetheless.
Okay. I'm trusting you on that.
I'm glad, because here we go.
Okay. So this release paper, I use two different, I get some from Crashly, and then my neighbor and one of our customers, Tala, across the street, we were having lunch for my birthday, and she wanted to go to lunch. So I'm like, okay. So we went to our usual spot, and she told me, I'm like, hey, I have some, we have release paper from Crafts with Crashly. And she's like, well, I like, Bean's Crafty Corner. So she suggested I try some. And I like that too. And that's what this is, because it had Disney princesses on it. So I'm like, okay. And it's also the release paper. They have release paper like this, which is the logo for A Year of Whimsy by Hannah Lynn. So I used to color her stuff. I had a coloring book from her when I started coloring. And then when I went to Diamond Art Club, I'm like, oh, I know her. And that's how it started, the addiction.
Well, Lawrence, in just a minute. Hey, Sarah. In just a minute, we will have a caliper reading instruction. Yeah, they're super easy.
Yeah, and it's really a great way to know your finger grip or how your grip is as well. And are you a single placer or a multi-placer or a single multi-placer? Now, I came from the world of cross stitch where one stitch at a time. So it took me a long time to multi-place. I do in some areas, but I don't do it a lot. I do have a 15 placer, which I don't know why I got that. I guess I wanted to see how big it really was. But I usually use about a 4 or a 6. I have the Diamond Art Club ones, and where is that? Oh, I don't have that.
They come digital as well.
Yes. And that's a little easier, I think, if you can get one of those. And they're not that expensive. So I usually use one. Well, this is a 5.
You can buy a digital caliper at Harbor Freight for about $10. It is plastic. It's not a serious engineering tool, but it is a perfect around your craft table tool. Personally, I like to be a bit nerdy and get the analog one because it makes me feel smart.
Yeah, I was reading the bottom of it. I could never figure it out because it's got all those lines that a ruler has, and never learned that right in school. And so I like, oh, how do you read this thing? And then he said, look at this up here. I'm like, oh, well, gee, nobody told me that. So I'm better at it. So I like to single play sometimes because it's just very relaxing to do just one at a time. I'm not in a hurry. Um, I just enjoy doing it. And sometimes if there's a big section and I'm like, oh, not doing that, and then I'll go and I'll multi-place a little bit. I ventured out of my box and did that. So, and this is very close to cross stitch.
So Denise was texting me earlier about her choosing in the Lady Lathe pen turning contest. And she said, if I choose number 1 or 4, or 1 or 3, I forget what the 2 numbers were, but if I choose these numbers, am I warm? And I said, oh, I just almost laughed. I said, that's why I love you. I can't tell, not allowed to say. And then she said, well, how about if I chose this number here? And I said, well, you're not in Oklahoma. She goes, darn it, I thought I was hot. And I said, well, I'm thinking in my mind, you are hot and cute, but the reality is I can't tell you. And you're not in Oklahoma, which means you were cold for that particular thing. Or you're not in Oklahoma, which means you're not cold. And then I forget what went after that, but I just laugh. And I can't tell you. I'm not allowed to tell you. You guys might be all part of the girls club and ratting us guys out and get me disqualified, you know.
It was one time when Tim worked at Walmart and he was doing a test and no one else was doing this test and they heard things that were going on in the store. And so everyone that knew me, because I was an assistant manager at Walmart and we were all in the same market. And so they're all texting me because they have my number. Carrie, what is Tim doing at his store? I'm like, what are you talking about? Well, I heard there's this. And I'm like, well, yeah. I don't know. Come on. You're married to him. He's got to have told you. No, he didn't, which he did, but I couldn't tell him. So this is the same type of thing. I'm sworn to secrecy as well. I can't tell. So they'll probably.
Yep, that's right. Kevin's going to have a longer live.
And Audrey, if she's still here, probably remembers all that because she worked.
Oh, yeah, that was brutal.
And then, yeah, and they all were asking me, what the heck is going on? And of course, even my store manager was asking me because he heard this. And I'm like, oh, gosh. So I'm like, I know nothing.
I know nothing.
Wait, you got to know something. And my store manager, his fiance at the time was an assistant manager. I know because we talk about things. So you guys have to talk about things. I'm like, nope, we don't talk about work. We did, but I didn't say that. We don't talk about work. We leave Walmart at the door. But that was funny.
That is it.
So I can't tell you, even though I know which one it is, obviously. I can't tell you which one it is.
Well, yeah, because she saw me turn it.
Well, yeah. I was there.
Yes, there is a snowman with a scarf, Sarah.
Yeah, he's cute.
I think it might be is it a snowman or a bear?
It's a snowman.
Oh, it reminded me of the Coke bear.
Well, it kind of looks like that. Yeah, here I am. Way down here.
All right, let's see how we did.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that came out pretty cool. That'll buff up very nice. We didn't touch the bear at all. Man, we just missed it.
Calling it a bear now.
Or snowman, whatever this thing is.
Don't ask guy to name things. Tim has always been that way. That thing. What thing?
Well, what was funny about that thing, Audrey, I don't know if I ever told you this, but I got invited to this meeting at the home office. And I get there, and there's Gary, and there's Renetta. And I'm like, oh, crap, I'm getting fired. And then another market manager walked in, and another market personnel person walked in, and I'm thinking, this is weird. Then a couple more walked in, so there were 4 store managers, 4 market managers, 4 personnel managers, and I thought, are we all getting fired together? That's really a weird thing to do. And they were not firing us, but they said, before we begin, everybody read and sign this paper, and then we'll start. And it was a non-disclosure agreement. So that means I couldn't tell anybody what was going on for the next few days, kind of thing. And then proceeded to say, welcome to Walmart and the great workplace. I thought, what? And we redid the inside of the Walmart structure management and all that funny stuff. And it was too stringent. And all of the people who were doing this got fired. They brought in a bunch of other new people, kind of thing. But what was funny is out of 4 store managers that were doing this thing, 1 quit right in the middle of it. 1 went on baby leave, the guy in Tulsa. And then the other one, what happened to him? Oh, they were in California. I don't know what happened to him, but he made it through sort of, but it didn't go well. So let's see. We got Mr. Will on here right now. All right, let's see what Will's got here.
At least
Will's got a Black Friday and a black with thin white line resin.
Yep.
Both 5 1/4. They both are 5 1/4. No, one's a little bit longer. Let me trim that down. Yeah, I thought I was getting fired. I'm like, this is a really weird way to fire people. But Walmart was always like that. They're always secretive, and then you always think you're getting fired or getting in trouble and all that kind of stuff. So weird world, but survived somehow. Then I left because Amazon threw a bunch of money at me. I said, how much? Okay, I'll leave.
And you left very interesting. I'm like, you can't do that. He goes, like, yes, I can. I'm like, oh man. He gave no notice and he left.
It's all money. Show me the money.
Yeah.
I thought they were crazy, but hey. Okay, so we got a couple of 5 1/4s for Will here. He's going to have the old baseball bat. He's down around 0.4647. And on this black with thin white resin, he wants the Rose Design, which is sort of like this rosebud thing. Everybody's familiar with those. And I Dream of Jeannie 1.0, which is really just a cool vase in the middle of the pen. So this will be fun. Not done vases in a while. And then for his Black Friday exclusive, he's got the bow tie. So let's do this one first. Yeah, that's right, Audrey. You know what was funny is the day that I quit, I came in, I ran the store exactly like it ran it every other day, got it up and running, kept on going, hired 3 people, interviewed people in the morning, got the whole thing going just like nothing was going to happen. And then at 2:30, I called Tony to the office and I said, hey, Tony. And the Market Fresh guy was there. I said, hey, Tony, today's my last day. Here are my keys. My safe passwords and combinations are in the envelope right here when you need them. And been good knowing you, blah, blah, blah. Went and hugged my personnel coordinator and gave her a big hug and said goodbye to the front end and walked out the door.
And then the next day, I worked at a nearby store. The next day, I guess it was one of the beer guys or beer guys or something. And he goes over to Tim's store, and Tim is gone. And it didn't take long. We kind of bet on how long it would take to get to me. And somebody asked me what was going on. And so I said, we'll see. So there's a beer guy talking to my store manager. And I'm like, okay. And then my store manager calls me over. Tim quit. And I didn't know what to say at that point. I'm like, I don't know. And he goes, what do you don't know? I'm like, well, what did you hear? He said, Tim just did this. I'm like, could be. I know he's at home today. Maybe he's off. And so that was that. I couldn't say what was going on when he quit because couldn't tell him where he was going. And they asked me where I was moving to, so I stayed for a while till it was good and cushy, and then I quit and found a store here in Oklahoma for a while. Did that for 9 months, and COVID happened. And the great workplace he tested, my position was eliminated. So we weren't sure if we were moving with Amazon, so I took the severance. And then COVID got worse, and people weren't coming to work, so they asked me to come back and just pick groceries, and that's what I did. And then did a few other things in between that at Walmart. And the Walmarts here are different than the Walmarts by home office. So I'm like, nah, this isn't how it's supposed to go. I left.
But let me tell you, news at Walmart travels faster than news in the diamond painting community.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's right, Audrey. Yeah, it was a shock to a lot of people.
What, you leaving? Oh, yeah, it didn't take long. We were waiting to see how long it would take, and it got to me at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Well, I quit at 2:30 in the afternoon.
The day before.
Yeah.
Nobody really knew till like vendors started showing up at his store and realized that he wasn't there.
Let me tell you, the Walmart store manager and most stressful job I ever had, but the most fun job I've ever had. Hey, Audrey, what was it you would eat in the morning? Was that jalapeno beef jerky and a Dr. Pepper? Was that it?
That sounds like you told me that's what she had.
Gary used to go, do you know your assistant's back there eating jerky and drinking soda? I said, yeah, she's got her morning paperwork to do. You okay with that? I said, someone's got to do it, and why not her? It's her job. He looked at me like, what the hell? I'm back there working. Can she go somewhere else? I said she could, but she probably won't. Okay, so we've got the tulip design. Those are baseball bats, 0.46 or so. Is Will here tonight, by the way? Hey, Connie. By the way, I hope everybody's doing well today. Oh, excellent. Well, glad you're here, buddy. Glad you're here. Let's see how skinny we getting here. I think we're a little too fat yet. Yeah, we're about 0.53. Will is one of those fellers who likes a very thin pen. Carrie used to be in that range, but she's growing up into the 0.55 kind of world. See how we're doing here. 0.50 on the money. Got a little bit more to go. All right, let's check this one out. Boom, on the money, 0.46. Hey, so Lawrence, let's look at this right here. So this is a caliper. They're essentially all the same. This little dial down here allows you to move this like this. So if the needle ever gets off, you can come right around here, make sure these are fully closed, and put it right on that 0. And then you can tighten it up. And that way, when you're measuring, it goes around. The outer scale is like a ruler. There's 0, a 16th, an 8th, 3/16, a quarter, 5/16, 3/8, 7/16, a ½ inch, 9/16, 5/8, 11/16, 3/4, 13/16, 7/8, 15/16, and 1 inch. When you get to an inch, you'll notice on the inside here, there is an inch mark right there. And then it is marked in tenths of an inch across there. So your fractions are up here, your decimals are down here for the most part. And then as you go out and out, there's a 2 and a 3, so you can just keep measuring on out. This right here on the top allows you to measure the inside dimension of something. So if you wanted to measure the inside dimension of a, let's say, a bottle cap, you would take these things and you would spread them out, and you can see they're measuring the inside of that bottle cap. So you could say, well, I want to measure the inside of the bottle cap. That is almost an inch. It's actually about 30 seconds. And then the outside of the bottle cap is a little over an inch. So that's how you read that. Now, if you want to do hundredths like we're doing here, like Will's pen is going to be a 0.4647. That's right there. There's the 0.4, 0.5. Halfway between would be 0.45. And then those little marks are 0.46, 0.47, 0.48, 0.49, and then 50. So yeah, that's how you read a caliper. So we got hundredths in the middle, fractions on the outside, inches and tenths here. There's no metric on this one. This was all SAE or standard. There you go. That's a quick lesson, but there are many YouTube videos as well. And once you get used to it, boom, you're off to the races. So Tim Brown quit Walmart too? I'm surprised his wife let him. No, he left chain. Oh, I got you. Got you. Now, Will says he wants the rosebuds on this one. And the rosebuds we take in a little bit, sort of like the rocket motor, to make it sort of look like a rosebud. So it inverts a little bit here on either end. Because, you know, a rosebud has sort of a hole in the middle that you look down into from the top. Here we go. Ah. Yeah, you know, Darren went back to Walmart for a little bit, and now he's working for, I think, some sports store down in Siloam. You know, Will, this is a very interesting blank. Can't wait to see when it's polished up. All right, let's find the middle of this baby here. 5 1/4, 2 5/8 is the middle. We're going to put the top of our vase about right there, and the bottom of our vase about right there. There we go. Hey, Marion, good to see you again. We miss you, that's for sure. New Year's going pretty good so far. We hope it only gets better and better for everyone. How's Carl doing? I know he was recovering. Doing pretty good now.
We'll see Marion a few times. I know at least at the Great Lakes Escape Retreat and at the Lone Star Retreat. I don't know if you're going to the Michigan one again or not, Marion. I know you went last year. I remember seeing your picture of your feet in the water.
Who's going to put spitballs on the back of my head?
Oh, Marion's going to be at that retreat, so she can still do that.
Ah, very good.
And she can do it in Texas, too. We go to the Lone Star. And Joe is going to that one as well.
That'll be fun.
We are going to Mingle in the Mitten.
We're going to too many, I'm telling you that.
Well, yeah, they just kind of asked me, and I just couldn't say no. They're such fun.
All right, Will, here we go. I Dream a Genie 1.0.
We got a new car, so plenty of road trip driving.
This will be the top of our vase right here. And now we slow it down and we just carve away what isn't a vase.
Connie, I am working on, what is this thing called? Tag-alongs by Hannah Lynn at Art and Soul. And it is a 50 by 70, I can't talk, 50 by 70 centimeters, but it's wide. So it's a landscape one. It has 58 colors, of which 2 are ABs and 2 are fairy dust. And then there's also a glow drill, a metal drill, and then I'm adding 2 crystals. I'm taking one of the fairy dust out and putting a crystal, and then another crystal. So it should be pretty glittery. The metallic one goes down in this color in here. I think that's the only place it is. I think that's the only, yeah, that's about where the pink is in there. It's a pink one, so it's either this here, which I don't think so. I think it's this. I think it's her top. Then they these green, this green in her hair. It's a fairy dust. And then let's see if I can figure out this swirly looking thing. Where is that one? Like on the ends of her hair is going to be some crystals, and then I-96, and then in her hair. So it's mostly in her hair where all the crystals are going to go that I'm adding. There are a few colors that didn't match up from the embellishment set from DP with Sparklers, so I had to improvise. So those are the ones that match the best that I had.
There she is. I Dream a Genie 1.0.
There you go. Yeah, here in Oklahoma, the Walmarts were a little different than back in Arkansas when we lived there.
They're probably the same. We just don't know. A same kind of difference.
Oh, inner city Walmarts are just a little bit different than Bentonville, in my opinion. I'm working at both.
Well, you would know because I didn't work at any here.
No, you did not. And I did almost everything here in Oklahoma. I was an assistant manager. I was a personnel manager. They called it people lead. I was personnel manager. I helped run online grocery here. I picked groceries here, and nothing was ever on the shelf. So we were always out of everything. The store was not run very well. And Tim would always say, I'd be fired if I left the store like this. I'm like, I know. Don't look. Don't look.
You know how it goes, Audrey.
You know how he is. It was definitely not. That dirt was still there a week ago when I was here. I'm like, I know. I know. I tried.
There was a bread pallet underneath the bread aisle, or opposite the bread aisle, and it was there for weeks after weeks after weeks. And I thought, does anybody look at this store?
I don't think so.
Yes, that is true, Audrey. Although I've seen some good ones, I'll tell you, there's some sharp store managers out there got their eye on the ball, just not enough.
Down the road a bit where I get my prescriptions, because it's the only drive-through around here for pharmacy, so that way I don't have to get out of my car and wait in line. And it's pretty good. The guy that's running it, he's really gotten it in shape. He remodeled it, and it looks really good. It's stocked.
Hey, Audrey. Hey, Audrey, you remember what we used to do out of our neighborhood market? What the volume was annually? See if you can remember.
Oh gosh, like I wouldn't even remember what I did, but I know where you're going. And my store where I worked was not even near that, and it was a pretty good store too.
We'll see if Audrey answers. I'm sure she remembers what we used to do annually.
There's a lot of blue in this painting, so if you like blue, this is the painting for you. Ooh. We have 21 people watching us this evening, Tim, on a Monday.
Hallelujah. That is awesome. Welcome in. Glad you're having fun.
So Audrey says, wasn't it like 1.2 million, maybe? I remember that.
Annually, we used to do 31 million. We do about 2.5, 2.6 million a month. There's a neighborhood market here. We were talking to the store manager, and they're doing $61 million out of the exact same store size we ran. He says he can hardly keep the stuff on the shelf. And he's got 145 people working in that store.
And
We used to have about 105.
And it's laid out just like the Pea Ridge Neighborhood Market.
It's identical.
Yeah, it's identical. Size-wise and everything. It's my favorite place to shop. I have to go into a Walmart.
This guy does a job like we used to do, Audrey. He is on it. He is on it. But anyway, enough of that Walmart stuff. You know, Audrey, when they opened that one in Central Avenue, the neighborhood market 2741 went from 30 million to 20 million in a month.
Yeah, it was all that rich folks on the other side of the road.
Well, it just took the business away. It just, you know, if they were closer, so why drive all that way when you get the same stuff?
And hit the college traffic.
Yep. The Walmart going home from the home office traffic and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it killed 2741. That was the NWAC Walmart, Kev, 2741. Oh, yeah, I don't remember which one that was. I don't remember what 1.2 doesn't, but probably 2.1. Yes, they did, Audrey. You're exactly right. They got it back though. They slowly regained. Darren built it back for a while, and I forget who took over after him.
Oh, the snow leopard. That one's pretty, Connie. I went back to look for it, and it was gone, so I waited too long. But it's on the wish list just because it has a leopard in it. It's pretty.
We need some likes, people. So, Marion, what are you up to nowadays? I haven't seen you for a while. Hope you're doing great. I didn't see the update for Carl. I was probably looking down at the lathe when you said anything, but hope he's doing well.
Let's see if she said hello.
She did.
I know. I'm just trying. That's about all I've seen so far. Yeah, we have 23 people watching now.
Oh my goodness! Whatever you
welcome in. Don't be shy. Come on out of lurkdom. Say hello, and then you can go back to lurking.
Back to lurking.
Thank you, Marion. You appreciate that. I remember last retreat I saw you. Well, it was the only retreat I saw you at. You were working on some big thing. I don't remember what it was, but it was big. And I think this is big, but nothing compared to what you were working on.
All right. Can't wait to see when this one stops. It's got a really cool pattern in it. Let me get rid of all the junk that's on it. Ooh, look at that. That's pretty cool. Got my fat fingers all the sauce all over it. There you go. Well, it's got some glitter in that black as well. And I'm not sure what all that squiggly stuff is. I don't know if it's acrylic paper or what, but it looks cool.
I don't know. That was one of the blanks we got from the GLE that we bought those blanks and already done pens from Gemstone Creations, and that was one of the blanks from it.
Ah.
He purchased that. I don't know what the heck's in there. I couldn't even describe it when I was doing it on Wild Wednesday. It's got this little line through here.
All right, let's make this square thing round.
I got used to working on the couch between my foot surgery last year and my deviated septum surgery. I finally have moved back to my desk. No, big steps. Only took 6 months. But hey, here we are. Because when I went to Vegas, I had to work at the desk because it was only the bed and I kept sliding. So I'm like, no, this isn't going to work. So I went to the desk. You could angle the desk in the hotel room, and then the TV was right there. So you had this big TV with everything on it. Watched all kinds of stuff. Did a whole bunch of Christmas libraries. I brought small stuff.
All right, nice and smooth. Lawrence liked when he got here. He was right in the door and punched that smiley face.
I was sitting in here. He was 20 minutes early.
Yeah, he was half hour early one night. He's very excited. I love it. Now, Lawrence, I did download one of those free templates, and it's going to be the leopard template that I'm going to do eventually.
Gee, I wonder why.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Anybody can guess wins a free big fat zero. Because I got a whole pocket full of zeros.
Yeah.
And I love giving out zeros. I think most kids call them Cheerios. Because Cheery Zeros sounds funny.
Okay.
You don't believe me? Say it. Sounds funny.
All right.
Cheerio Zero. Cheerio Zero.
I don't know.
Hey, Cindy, how you doing? I haven't seen you yet. Of course, I didn't say hi to everybody when I got here.
I had done a lot of that. Feel free to post what you're working on. That would be kind of fun to know if you're whipping and chatting as Tim turns and I whip and chat.
That's good, Cindy. That's good.
Like, yay, everyone's doing good. Hopefully everyone's healthy. And if you did get stuck with the yuckiness, you got over the yuckiness and you're feeling better. It's not fun. And then I went to follow up to the doctor today. Ooh, flu shot? I'm like, oh, I should. I never used to when I was younger because I'm like, I don't like flu shots. So I got one today.
You mean you never used to get one when you were 22, but now that you're 27?
No, because I always would get sick after. I don't know. So I had this old thing stuck in my head that it was like an old wives' tale that I'd get the flu if I had got a flu shot.
Hey, Carrie, we got to pour the second part of that dragon tonight, too.
Okay. Is that the blue or the gold?
The blue.
The blue.
Then in the morning, we could pour the gold and put them together.
Okay. Okie dokie, Smokey. Could probably pour them before driving Miss Daisy to the doctor appointments, just because it's too cold and I want to walk. So I'm not even drop me off. I have 2 appointments, one in one building, one in the other. It's too cold to park and walk because it's right by the highway, so it's really cold.
All right, let's see how we're doing for some measurements here. Got a 0.49, a 0.47. Perfect on that end, a little fat down here. That should be good there. Okay, here we go. Mr. Executive Bowtie. Is this executive on these, Carrie?
Executive or tuxedo, either one.
Oh, okay.
Depending if you like.
Tuxedo bow tie was the standard, so we'll do that. Let's come out to about a nice little skinny 7/8. Hello, Carrie Lynn Leonard. Welcome in.
Welcome, Carrie. I'm Carrie too, but like the horror movie. Felt the same way. Not like I'm like that. But.
Yeah, that's my life, like the horror movie.
Oh, lucky you.
That's right. Look at me. I'm dating the prom queen.
But yeah, not. Wasn't the prom queen either. It was just a whole bunch of us friends going to the prom because none of us had dates.
Everybody say hello to Carrie.
Welcome to the Elite of Leopards.
Welcome to the Leopards.
Oh, no.
Is that not how it goes?
No, sir.
Oh.
Unfortunately not.
I believe this is Carrie's first time, so I've never seen that name before. So, Carrie, if you have any questions, ask, and all these folks will fill you right up full of information.
Because most of the people here have definitely a few pens from us, so they can answer any questions you might have.
That is correct. Excellent. We're glad you love watching, because that's what everybody else is here for. We've got a Facebook group out there, Carrie, where we put the announcements of when we're going live to turn. And everybody posts pictures of the pens they get and all that kind of good stuff. So feel free to join the Facebook group. It's also called Leopard Leatherworks. And of course, you can share, like, subscribe, tell all your friends about this channel here. We're here quite a few days of the week. I'm going to have a little bit of a sabbatical here the next couple of weeks because I got some business vacation trips to take. So it's going to get real quiet at Leopard Leatherworks for a week and a half. Carrie will still be pretty active while I'm on my business trips, but on the 14th, we pretty much go into hibernation mode. Although what we should do, Carrie, is do a drive video driving down the road to through Texas.
No, okay, that should be fun.
Yeah, just go live and aim the camera out the front window and have fun.
Or aim the camera at us. We're excited.
Oh, I don't know if that's good.
Well, not at you, me.
There you go.
Gosh, no.
Gosh, no. But that would be cool. We could do like a live video for bits of the trip.
Especially when we stop at Buc-ee's.
We could tease them. We'll drive past 5, then finally stop at 1.
There you go.
We can go live inside Buc-ee's too. They love that.
That'd be fun.
Even the bathrooms show you how clean they are.
Wow.
No, I'm just kidding. They probably wouldn't like that.
No.
Yes, Audrey, I am very afraid that I may have to fix my hair.
Yeah, it's windy. No.
I may have to comb my eyebrows.
Oh, my.
Very nice. Very nice.
That one is, that's the Black Friday exclusive.
Yes, it is. It's Will's Black Friday exclusive. So everybody watching, this is the Black Friday blank that the viewers picked the colors for, and we mixed it up, poured it, and came out really gorgeous.
And I am not usually here on Tim's lives. Simon, I'm usually in the shop somewhere with a mic, but here I am side by side. Here I am. And so I have found one more of these blanks. If anyone would like me, since there's 22 of you watching, if you're interested in this blank, I could bring the picker up and we could do a pick for it.
So if anybody's interested, type Pound Friday. Pound Friday. If you're interested. If you're not, we'll just keep on rolling.
Yeah, we'll put the picker for the heck of it. Giveaway tool.
Yeah, we'll probably be back for Carrie's Live on Wild Wednesday, even though we're going to Dallas.
Oh, yeah, we'll be back. Let's do lowercase. It's easier for people.
Down there and see Joe. We got any other Texans around the Dallas area? What are you on there, Lawrence? Lawrence is sad. We don't want Lawrence to be sad.
Okay, there we are. Oh, gosh, I'm big. Here. Nope, you don't want me.
Well, you could just watch the chat. You don't have to put that up.
Oh, okay.
If nobody types Pound Friday, then
yeah, I just put it up there so it's there. I can turn it off and remove it.
Yeah, you betcha.
So if anyone would like that, we have a Pound Friday. Just type that in. It's active right now. You just can't see it. It's all lowercase, no spaces. So feel free to do so if you'd like to earn a chance. We have one more left. I knew two people had passed, but I couldn't find the other one. I found it. So
Don't look at me. I didn't hide it.
okay. You won't blame me this time.
Anybody remember Andy Kaufman?
Wasn't he the guy that played in Taxi?
Does anybody remember Andy Kaufman?
Okay. I guess I'm not supposed to answer that. Oh, that's sneaky.
Carrie Leonard might be interested.
Okay, cool. And then it's 65. It's 15 for the blank and 50. Is that how it worked? Yeah, 65.
Yeah, they'll never be. There was only 15 made, and I'll never make it again.
We don't know how.
And we're not going to give the recipe out to anyone else.
We don't know how to make it because we didn't write it down. Or I guess we could go back to the video.
What happened to your iPad, Lawrence? Did it die? Cindy's interested. I do. Are you getting married, Cindy, or are you interested in the Friday blank? Cindy, coolest chick in Arizona, I'm telling you. You know, we were talking with Cindy one time, and Cindy, Cinny, and she was talking about her life and having a good time, and she truly is a hippie right into her retirement years. Still got that cool groove going on, and not one of them wild hippies, but one of the cool hippies. That's Cindy. Cindy, I hope you don't mind me saying that, because that was the vibe I got from you. I just looked at you and your husband's picture, and I thought, you guys must have been like the cool couple. Maybe even had a motorcycle. Who knows? Andy Kaufman for Mighty Mouse. Yes. The only thing I can remember besides the Mighty Mouse, here I am to save the day.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, I asked something else. But Andy Kaufman, and I never got his humor. I laughed because it was so stupid. But he was telling this story about taking the cannon up the mountain. And I don't remember the whole story, but he got to the top of the mountain, and one person looked at the other, and Andy Kaufman goes, "Don't look at me. I don't have the balls."
Okay, whatever.
He didn't have the cannonballs. I don't get it now. I didn't get it then, but it made me laugh. Don't look at me. I don't have the balls. Like they were looking for the cannonballs. I remember Buddy Hackett. Absolutely. Flower child, not hippie. Oh, there you go. I stand corrected. Thank you, Cindy.
Gosh, I haven't heard that term in quite a while.
Flower child. What's the difference, Cindy?
I was going to ask that question. What is the difference between?
Is the flower child the child of the hippies? Is that how that works? Or are you just nature, love the flowers kind of thing? But yeah, flower child. That would be the vibe. That's cool. Yeah.
I always thought of the flower child with the crown of flowers on their head, and they had those long maxi dresses from the 60s.
That could be too. Yeah. I'm sure there's many flavors.
And the big flowing sleeves and that whole bit.
Ah, yeah. Oh, Lawrence had to charge his iPhone. His
Mhm.
iPad must have died. You still got power, right, Lawrence? All good down there? Because getting chilly down there, but you do have the gas heater, and that's good.
This is a tricky background. It's got a Y and a V, and the Y is just a titch of a darker royal blue, and then another symbol. I guess the Y is 820, and the V is 796. So
All
pretty
right, there
light.
it is.
Ooh, pretty.
Yep. It's a nice bunch of colors. I like the orange in this one going across the center diagonally. Good mix, purple, pink. Man, that's cool. You see Will's note?
Here. Yeah, that's going to be like another month. I can send you these and then send that one because I don't want to keep turned blank for that long. Because
Yeah, that might be too long, Will.
yeah, it's not like it's coming up next. When we get back, it's going to be a while.
Is his blank here? Yeah, because we're going to be gone 10 days. But is his blank here?
Yes, it's that one I was telling you about with the pink stuff in it.
Ah, very
Well,
good.
the baby girl pink color
Yep.
stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, I just haven't listed that yet.
Let's see. Oh, look who's up next. Speaking of Cindy Bennett,
It's her daughter.
she wants it to be 4 inches long. Beautiful. Let's see. Let's get me a ruler here. Got a measuring stick. She's a baseball bat, 0.46. 4 inches. Let's do a couple of marks here. Hippies had an agenda. The flower child just wanted to hang out. Oh,
Oh, I didn't know that either.
that's cool.
Because like
I didn't know hippies had an agenda.
I was like 13 or 12 when that was going on. Yes, that's fine, Will. Normally I would do that. If it was coming up real quick, I would have just like usually probably added it in, but it's not, it's on my agenda to do in the order in which things got here. We're waiting back to November. It just arrived Saturday. A couple of the casters were waiting till after the holidays to send things. So what I'm doing right now, because those people have paid for them already. So I'm just letting them know they're here and get their information. But I haven't forgotten. I found the blank. I know where it is.
All right, this is going to be a flipper. Oh, it was to protest the Vietnam War. Oh, I see.
Oh, I kind of remember that, like in the news, because my dad always watched the news at dinner.
The hippies had an agenda to protest the war. I got it. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Blowing. Cleaning up.
All right, so what you guys are going to be seeing created here, some of you are very used to it, others are not. This is going to be a flipper. If you'll notice, we made this blank 4 inches long. This is the length of a normal blank. So we cut a bunch off to make it a lot shorter. It's going to be 4 inches long. And we're going to do a baseball bat, 0.46. Flippers here.
See? You said you were doing a flipper, so there you go.
0.46 baseball bat, tuxedo, bow tie, or the bow tie. So we got to see what's left in the middle of this because we just cut a lot off this bad boy. Okay, let's make it round first. That's the first order of business.
I have my flipper. So this is a flipper. This is a 4 1/4 inch flipper. And it's a Rapture Resin Centaur. And Joe, this isn't one that Joe has this same one, and Stacy I has the same one, and I have it. I can't think of anyone else that has this particular blank. This is Flying Tire in the middle, and it makes a very comfortable flipper. And this has screw-in tips as well. Anyone that has screw-in tips, Joe, I'll bring you your little O-rings. I think I owe them to you for your other ones. And so these are little O-rings. You put that on the end of your screw-in, whether it's down in our club or AliExpress, wherever you get them, they will work. These are AliExpress because I want to see if they work. And so you just stick the O-ring right there, and then you screw in your tips, and then you won't strip out because it will tell you when you're done. So I have had people who screwed, and then they screwed out to strip the threads. So that's the best way. And this is nice because it's not rocky ever. And I really,
yeah, it prevents you from squeezing it or over tightening it.
Yes, that's kind of what I meant in my.
Yeah, you're right. You're on the money.
Yeah.
And it's easy to over tighten.
It is.
All right, let's get some 0.46 here. This is just like Will's, only shorter.
Just with the 4 1/4 or 4 inch, you're limited to the real estate that you have in here. That's about the only difference. So it's very simple in the middle.
So this is for Cherish. Cherish happens to be Cindy's daughter. And I guess she went to flipper just like her mom.
Or she's going to give
the flipper.
Or she's going to give it to her mom. That's what I told her she should do. But I told Cindy she should give it to you. So I don't know if that's what she's doing. I'm going to surprise you, Cindy, but I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, Lawrence Rance Howard in Gentle Bend. Hey, Cherish, how you doing?
Oh, Cindy must have told her pen was being turned. She's a good mom like that.
That's right.
We will share the boat. Renting. This. It'll be pretty. I knew Cherish liked flippers because the dragon spit one that we did, Cindy, she got a mint flipper for that too. So.
Very good.
And that night or day, whatever, I guess it was day, night, whenever that was, I recognized the name and I'm like, sounds familiar. Have you bought from us? She goes, yeah, once. And it didn't dawn on me until later. And she gave me her information. I'm like, oh, I had to look her up. who is this person? I'm like, I know the name sounds familiar, the first name. And then I looked it up and it was Arizona. I'm like, oh, I remember now. Do you live close to each other that you can diamond paint?
Hey, John. Looks like John woke up. You resting, buddy?
No.
Hope all is well down there. Heard you had a rough night of sleeping.
I had a
That's
few of
never
those.
fun. Never fun.
No.
So Cherish will use it for a while, and then Cindy will get it in about a year. Okay, 0.46, right on the money.
That's what happened to my daughter-in-law. She wanted something for her nieces to do other than sit there and watch TV and play on their phones. So her brother left the phones at home. So she said, do you have any diamond paintings that maybe would be good for a girl? I'm like, oh yeah, here, I have these two. So I sent them, and Alicia, I gifted her a pen that was turned and the person changed their mind. So I gifted it to her. Well, her niece liked Alicia's pen better because wouldn't you like one of these pens better than you would like a pen in the kit? So Alicia was looking for her pen when I was over. I'm like, well, where is it? She goes, well, Madison was using it. And then she called her mom, and it's a pen that looks like this at the house. She goes, yeah, the girls are using it. She stole it. So I was like, ooh. So Alicia had to check her bags before she left for the summer. Make sure her pen wasn't going back to South Carolina with them. It's funny. Our pens have moved around. They're addicting. So, Carrie, if you're still here, Wednesday, I do what's called Wild Wednesday and never know what I'm going to do. Usually share things, or I usually do some pen blanks. Last Wednesday was New Year's, so I didn't do much with the pen, many blanks showing, but I'll show probably 2 pages on Wednesday and whatever else happened to be showing, and some new blanks that I got in and whatever. So this was one we got asked by a customer, wanted a Wicked blank, and we did 4 of them. They all sold very quickly. This is the Wicked pen, and so this is Elphaba, and this is Glinda. So this is our rendition of a Wicked pen. So we have, that was one we created, and then.
So apparently, Cindy and Cherish are negotiating the terms of the 1-year deal down to 6 months.
Ah, I see. And this is Tim's pen. It was mine. I thought it was pretty. And then he said, I need a pen. I'm like, well, this is the thickest one I have.
Oh, there it is.
The $1,000 pen, he says.
$1,000 pen.
If you watch the how to choose your ends, this is in the video. This is the pen. This is the one he'll take on the trip, and we diamond paint usually in the bar where they do the trivia, and we hang out there for the afternoon.
We should raffle that off for the kids' van.
To the what?
For the kids' van.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good idea. So, and what Tim's talking about is our middle son and his wife and family. They have 3 special needs children, and very special needs. Their daughter is 13. She is blind, very autistic, nonverbal, and has a form of epilepsy that she will have a seizure anytime, any place, doesn't matter. So she has to be in a special stroller when they go out because she goes down, and now she's 70 pounds and dead weight. So they need a lot of help with that. Then the middle son, he's 9, and he is blind in one eye, and is nonverbal, very smart though, and kind of middle range autistic. And then the baby, he has a liver condition and is also slightly autistic, but he has vision and pretty much a parrot. So they have a lot of equipment they have to bring with them, and their current van, which is a Honda Odyssey, is just way too small for what they need. So I'll probably move the post back up in case anyone is new or missed it. So they're doing a GoFundMe, and it was very hard for them to do that because they just don't like to ask for things. So they are trying to get that so they can take their kids out and do what they need to do and bring all the equipment that has to go along with it. So that is what they are doing. So it's bigger than a Honda Odyssey, obviously. It's one of those big vans. So that is what they are doing.
They don't need a larger van for seating area. You need a larger van to store all the
stuff,
carrying devices and equipment with them.
Yes. So just a lot. And they're busy kids. So they like to go out and see the world and do things and experience things. And this will allow them to do that as well. My son is in the Air Force. He is an independent duty medical technician. So he is with a flight squadron, and he pretty much is one of the medics, or very close to a PA, but not really a PA. He can do prescriptions and basic things and talk to the doctor. He's very well respected in every command he's been in. He is in Korea for 1 year doing his TDY. And John, I think they have a son that's over in Korea as well. A little more north, colder part than where my son is in Seoul. So he's back in June. So that's probably when they plan on doing that. So they're just trying to figure it out, and they'll probably he wants to get stationed in Florida, more towards Pensacola, wanted Tampa, but they're filling out paperwork with their needs to see which is the better location. So who knows, Dawn and John, we might get to meet you someday when we go visit them, if that's where they end up going. You never know with the military where they'll send you, but that is what we've got going on, and that's what Tim meant by the kids. So we're trying to raise some money for them for a good cause. So he might raffle his pen for them. And I might bring Alicia on a Wild Wednesday just so she can kind of tell her story. And when she explains it, it's very touching. So that's that.
All right. This is you have to really rethink this one. I couldn't do an executive bow tie, so we just did a regular bow tie.
Okay.
Because there's so little room in the middle of this thing. It's so short. Cute as a leprechaun, I'll tell you.
Yeah, it's a little bit shorter than mine. Mine is
this is a solid 4 inches.
I don't know where it went. Moved it somewhere.
Don says we do. I'm not sure what we do is for.
No, probably their son is in Korea. Stationed in another part of Korea in the army.
There you go. He's probably up near the border.
Yeah. Because Don said in the tent one night, and I asked Sean, is it snowing there? And he's like, no. And then I told him where Dawn and John's son was, and he goes, oh, that's more north and colder. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, see what Don says? Their kids wanted to return to Pensacola or Tampa, but they are highly coveted postings. Yeah. You never know.
That was the deal. They told him, you go to Korea for a year, you can have the duty station of your choice. So he put down a couple of choices, Tampa, Pensacola, I think South Carolina or Virginia or something like that, or out by Arizona. So they're closer to like parks.
They have to be near facilities for the kids.
Yeah.
That's what drives their location.
Right. So they're filling out the paperwork to see if Florida is still where they want them to go. My son finishes his bachelor degree in April. Normally he diamond paints in the evenings but right now he's really pushing to finish his degree before he leaves Korea, because he definitely has more time there than when he's at home. So he should graduate in April with that, and then he'll be home in June, sometime in June. So I can't believe it's been as long, almost a year already. It's half
No,
over.
it's been 6 months already.
It's half over. It's a year.
Yeah, 6 months.
Yeah, thank you.
Half a year is 6 months.
Really?
Yeah. They just came out with new calendars lately.
Did they?
They did. Camp Humphreys. I don't even know where that is. I'll have to Google it when I'm done here.
I think it's in Pensacola or Tampa or something. Yeah, those are coveted areas, and he got his choice of where he wanted to go. And of course, they wanted Florida for being close to theme parks, obviously. Not super close, but closer than where they are now.
I would say that the Air Force does a much better job of taking care of their personnel than the Navy does. The Navy says, here's some water, stick a pier in the water, park a ship there. Oh, yeah, now we need some housing for people in a hospital and stuff, and that's at the back of the budget.
Yeah, they were on base in Utah for a number of years, and their home was very nice compared to what we had.
Yeah, Navy doesn't spend a lot on their people.
No.
They spend it on ships and stuff.
Yeah.
And forget they have people. The Air Force spends it on people and forgets they have airplanes. Oh, hey, we need money for a runway now that we built everything else.
And a golf course.
And a couple of them sometimes.
Mm-hmm. So he's been in
Toronto, Ontario, Carrie is from. Oh. I was just up in Toronto a couple of months ago at the airport there. YYZ.
Yeah.
We were there doing some stuff in the airport for a restaurant chain, set of restaurants that are in the airport. So I was in almost every restaurant in that airport from stem to stern. Very nice airport, too. Oh, that's not good, Don. But sort of good.
Yeah, that's usually how it is.
Well, you figure the Army guy, girl signed up, the family is just tagging along. Yeah. So if you keep the family somewhat happy, and the Army soldier is a little better minded. Yeah, here's the cool thing about Canadian airports that I never knew until I hit Toronto. When you're coming back to the U.S., you actually enter the United States at the Canadian airport, and you enter a terminal that's actually considered United States soil. So everybody in that facility is flying in and out of America, which is really nice because now when I got to Atlanta, I didn't have to go through their customs world. I just got to just get off the plane and go to my next gate.
Yep.
Wow, that's busy, Don. I guess that's good, keeping him employed gainfully. But yeah, Toronto, what a bunch of nice, friendly people, too. My goodness.
Yeah, my son's in Korea. I mean, I think my daughter-in-law said they talked a few times on the phone, but mostly it's texting, and he mostly texts us, mostly me, because it's usually like way late, and I'm up late or early into the morning. So
Mom's up and I am not.
And his family she's got to do the kids for school and stuff, so he wants someone to talk to, so he just says, hey, that's all I get. And then we start a conversation. He figures if I don't answer, then I'm not around.
Yeah, busy is not a problem. I'll bet.
Yeah. Luckily, his wife's brother is stationed in the Air Force at another Korean, in Korea base, about 2 hours away. So he got to spend at least Christmas with some sort of family. So it wasn't
Well,
really
that's cool. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. Um,
All right, Joe. Have a good night. Appreciate you being here.
I'll be in touch, Joe. I'll see you on Wednesday. And anyone else in the Dallas-Fort Worth area that would like to meet with us, we would gladly welcome. We'll
Say howdy.
do a post about it and see who wants to come see us.
All right, there it is. Cherish. Very pretty. Even looks good with just a regular bow tie.
Yeah, that's pretty. It's the blank that makes the pen usually.
Yeah. I'm going to move it up closer, see how we can see it. Yeah, great colors, Cherish. I agree with you.
That was everybody that was on that Wednesday. We picked the colors and Tim poured it Friday morning. It processed for 4 hours and I stuck it in the oven for 16. Then they were ready to be turned.
All righty, let's switch cameras here. Looks like the only one interested so far in your thing was, is there anybody even on there? I can't read it. One. Yeah.
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 So we might wait till Wednesday and do it there because we'll be able to see it better up close.
Okay, let me grab my little ladder here. I don't like those big lines across there. So hey, we got the shop all the way up to 66 degrees.
Woohoo.
It is so cold outside. Sorry for the seasickness here. Just adjusting the camera upward.
Are you
To
taking
get rid of some of those black lines?
Oh, I believe he's taking out the black portion of the fourth winged dragon. And it's based on the book, The Fourth Wing by Rebecca Ybarra. And there's a blue dragon, a black dragon, and something gold. But Joe has encouraged me to do so. So has Caitlin, who designed this pen. And I picked the background.
Okay, so what's the next colors, Carrie? The blue one. How's that mix up?
Hold on. I'm coming your way. Oh.
You got plenty of time. You don't need to rush.
I should have left the paper there. It should say
It's right here.
It's that midnight blue in the bag.
That's it? Just midnight blue?
I think so. I think you put white in it. Not white, but yay. Throwing resin everywhere.
All right, there's one. Super black. Oh, I didn't want to break that. Well, I had to snap it anyway. That was just as good. So what I'm doing is pulling these cast dragons out of the mold. And I hate when they snap off like that. Got a little thin on that end. There we go. Now we're pulling it out. All right. Beautiful. That's good.
Looks like this. I think that midnight blue is pretty, the baggie. Where's the baggie?
I don't know.
It's that,
It's what?
the bigger bag.
I mean, these guys here?
No, bigger
Oh.
than that. It's got like a midnight blue. You got it at the Woodcraft store.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. It might be up here. I'll have to look for it in a second.
I think that's the color. Did you wait too long?
Nope.
Oh.
It just takes muscles to get them out.
This is why this is not my department.
Yeah, once you get loose, you just wiggle it out. You just got to.
Yeah, I gotta find out what Tim did with the city, but she wants the ends.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, we'll send those with it. No problem.
Let me get them before we go too far here. There's one here.
Heat wave. Mary. Oh.
There you go.
Night, Denise.
Put those up in her thing.
Oh, maybe Denise isn't leaving, just Joe.
No, she said goodnight to Joe. Joe's leaving. She's got to go play with the grandkids. Yep. I've been doing the same thing. Yeah, it's up top there.
Ooh, those are pretty pens, Will.
Oh, we.
Itty bitty pens.
You got a mic?
No.
Ah, They can't- I know they can't hear you though.
Oh, wait.
It's all right.
I'm coming both of you, so I'm just here. It's the last one, right?
All right, there's those. Those lay to the side for a bit. And we will turn them upside down, actually, so they don't get dust on them. Those are coal black. Okay, now we got to find.
It might be up in that upper.
It may be up there. Yeah, I don't see it down here anywhere.
I would have pulled it if I saw it.
Yep.
I see this one.
Let's see this one here.
Yeah. I
That's
think
blue metal earth. Blue
I-
earth metallic.
I call everything midnight blue.
Oh, okay. There you go.
That maybe it's this with a little. No, it's not this.
Okay.
I lied. So it's this with a little bit white. added to
Opaque.
it. Yeah. See,
Okay.
that's the color.
Yep.
So
Here we go.
I'll leave this here for you to look at.
All righty.
That's what you got.
All right. Leave those sit right there.
Ooh, that looks pretty. There it is there. That's as far as I got. There's a little section here.
Okay. Midnight blue. All right. So now we've got to move the leopard scope out of the way. Get ourselves, we're going to be pouring another 40, 40, 40, 40 is 160, 180. Okay.
And this pen has like three. The winter pen had the dragons the same color, and then the scales were a different color in the background. This has two different color dragons, scales, a different color and the background. So that was, it's quite many, many steps. But it's gorgeous when it's done. Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, just to show you what we're doing. This is one of the blanks we have yet to turn. There's the black that we poured. There's the blue that we're pouring now. We'll take those blue out and then we'll pour gold and then we'll cut them all up and then we'll put them all back together. Gold, black, gold, blue, gold.
And then
we'll pour the white in.
It's white with ghost gold in it. So it has like a golden tint, which accents that gold scales. And it's 14 karat gold. So it's got like gold, glittery. It's really gorgeous. Basically, I went to the bookstore and there was some like accessory stuff for Fourth Wing. And so I bought the pad and the post-it note and the bookmark and everything in there so I could match the colors. That's the only reason I bought it.
So now we'll just give this a little stir to get the chemical reaction going. Part A, part B, typical resin. Typical two-part resin, I should say. All right, we'll leave that sit for a second. What we're pouring it into is the dragon mold, dragons and scales and all that good stuff. I could pull the camera closer, Cindy, but I get a bunch of wavy lines in there from the light above. It's really weird. One day I'll get a chance to replace that light and get rid of that frequency shifting thing that it's doing. But I can raise stuff up to the camera very easily. This is the color that we're using. And I'm going to lighten that up just a hair with some opaque. And opaque, by that I mean white dye. All right, so let's see what the temperature of this is. 67, so it's just starting its process. Because it is normally, it's about 4 or 5 degrees cooler in the shop than normal. And I don't know why the camera does that, but when I lower the camera, I get those gray striping, horizontal striping across the screen. Really weird. Okay, 2.5 minutes into it. Temperature should be coming up a little bit. We're at 69, so it's definitely increasing. Good night, Lawrence. Stay safe, stay warm, and keep the power on, brother. Keep the power on. That should help a little bit there, Cindy. Tim, are you having a heat wave in this workshop? No, not at all. Not at all. It's a little chilly. Oh, what do we want to see in the leopard scope? Because we could do that. Just let me know. I'll bring it right on over. Something funky with our logo in StreamYard. Weird. Thank you, Marion. Appreciate the confirmation there. While that's doing that, I'll pick these little black pieces of resin off the top of these scales here. All that at that level turns off, but you know, I'm not a clean freak, but I do like to be a little orderly. All right, those are all cleaned up. $71. She's warming up. All right, we'll take a little bit of this beautiful midnight blue, put it in here. A little bit more than I would normally put in because I'm going to lighten it up just a hair with the white. And my purpose is not to lighten it. My purpose is to opaque it. So I don't want all of the swirlies in there from the mica. I want to be more solid because when we pour the mica effect around it with the ghost gold and the white, then we want that swirliness. And I'll show you on the leopard scope here. We'll get the leopard scope out. Can we see with the black pen? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I got the leopard scope over here. We'll finish this up. Don't want to get off track here and lose it, but we will bring it back and show the pens. Yeah, I can feel it getting warm now. So the exothermic reaction is starting to happen. We normally keep the shop right about 70 degrees. And with it being 11 degrees this morning when we got up, it pulls a lot of that heat out of the garage door, and the garage door acts like a giant cold radiator in the shop. So not much you can do about it, but throw a little heat in here. If it gets too cold, I got one of those little propane space heaters we could blast for 10 minutes. All right, that's a beautiful color. Now we'll take the white, put just a couple drops in there, and we'll stir it up a little bit, see how much it lightens it. And I got to get all these poured. I think we're going to pour 4 of them. Got to get them poured so that when I get back, we're ready to rock and roll. Let's see. Yep, that is the color. Want it just a hair lighter. So we'll put an extra drop in there. There we go. All right, we're about 8 minutes into it. Getting to be, what's the temperature? 77 degrees, so it's coming up nice and slowly. That gives me lots of time to pour. So now we just come in here and we pour. Fill up the cavities ever so slowly. Boy, it sure is quiet. Wish you guys would talk more. You're probably over there screaming at me in chat, aren't you? Tim, the shop's on fire. While I'm busy pouring. All that matters is the casting. All right, that is poured. Bring our tray out. Put this over here. And then we want to make sure it is level. Perfect. All right, 65 pounds per square inch. Good to go. All right. Let me take care of this one here. This stuff comes right out. Once it's fully cured, comes right out. Whatever's left over I don't need, I just leave it in there, put a stick in it so I can pull it out, and boom, it is all cleaned up. And then I'll take the same thing here. I'll grab a stick. And I'll stick this over here, leaning on its side a little bit so it can cure up and I can pop it out later. All right. Oops. Just tore her instruction sheet in half. All right, let's get the scope going. All right, let's get we'll get Cherishes out first because this is at the front of the bucket. Let's see, where'd we go? Aimed wrong. There we go. It's a little dusty from my fingers, but we'll buff that all up, make it look gorgeous. Nice flash of orange in there. And this one is very short. It's a 4 inches, perfect flipper. Flip it in your hand without even realizing it. All right, so there's Cherishes. Let's get Mr. Wills out here. So here's the black one. Again, pardon all the dust. But there is some glitter in the black. And then those little white stringy things. I'm not sure how they even make that. But it's pretty cool. Isn't that crazy, Will? You can see the glitter in there. I wish they'd have lightened up that black just a hair so you could see more of that glitter, because I think the glitter really sets it off nicely. Right? More glitter. Yeah. And then here's Will's. This is much longer. Same colors as Cherish's. That's a cool purple pink flash there. There's that orange flash again, purple flash there. I don't know why it does that. Obviously, it's layered in just the right way that makes that flash. Look at that color combo there. Looks like a galaxy somewhere. That is too cool. And of course, there's the clear with the glitter in it. Love that hot pink in her. Forget what color that was, but that was a great color. You know, there's like a hologram. Look at that. That's cool. All right. So those are Will's. And then the first one we did, we probably should have put under the microscope. There's a little fat snow bear or snowman and captured in the bottom there. And the rest of it's mostly this clear with that's called Starlight glitter. It's a chunkier glitter. It's not super fine. It's very holographic. And of course, you got the snow with its white glitter in it. And of course, the bottom with its red. So a lot of glitter in this guy. And of course, there's the bear. And luckily, we didn't hit the arms of the bear that were sticking out. So still a cute little bear in there. And that was Jennifer's. That was Jennifer's. All right. Let's see. So pretty, beautiful. I agree. The colors are just awesome. That is cool. Probably talking about that flashy part. That black is slick. I don't understand how they do those little white lines in there. I'm going to have to practice a whole lot more to get that good. Don likes the snowman. He is very cute. And you know, it's funny. He's actually thinner than he looks, but the curve of the clear resin makes him look a little chubbier. And Carrie Lynn Leonard loves it. She likes it a lot. Very good. All right, everybody. I'm about out of breath now. I was doing so good till I get in here and start working. Got to pump that blood and get those lungs moving. But anyway, the pen you turned. Okay, good. Yeah, I think we just saw them all. That's good. I think we got everybody's things covered. Everybody have a great evening. It'll be a little while before I'm live. Hopefully I can sneak something in maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure. I think Kevin normally goes live. Maybe I'll join him a little bit. I certainly want to get a few more turn before I begin this trip that seems in my brain to never end. I literally fly. I got to go to Dallas Wednesday back. We drive that. Carrie and I will go down. And then then I fly to Vegas on Thursday morning, have lunch with a guy or dinner with a guy at 8:30 at Momofuku's. Beautiful place. It's in the what's that place? Cosmopolitan place. And then I get up next morning and fly to New York, set up for the trade show on Saturday. Trade show starts 12th, 13th. I fly back the evening of the 13th. I get in about 10 o'clock, probably 10:15, 10:30 before I get home. And the next morning, Carrie and I get up and we drive to Galveston and get on the Disney ship. Magic, I think we're going on. I always forget. I'll probably get in trouble now because I forgot. But we're going to go on the ship, be back Sunday night. I think we get in Sunday morning and drive back Sunday. So we'll be back in the shop Sunday night. Anyway, everybody have a great time, and we'll see you soon. Thanks for being here tonight. Appreciate you. Bye-bye.